Hello and welcome to the training video for our Performance Profile Assessment Training and Certification Program. My name is Barbara Otto. The purpose of the training program is to explain how to use our Performance Profile Assessment Training Workbook and Certification Program with your hiring managers. The training workbook for you to use to train your hiring managers and other users of our Performance Profile Assessment Results Report and Professional Development Guide report. The workbook presents the essential information about the Performance Profile Assessment and the Professional Development Guide. The session program consists of the online evaluation of a person's understanding of the material presented in the training workbook. When it finishes the online certification, we send you a results report and a certificate of completion of training. In this training video, we will cover the contents of the training workbook, what it covers, how the review questions in each section work, and how directions are provided for incorrect answers to the review questions. Online certification, how it works, how to set it up, and you are notified of results. Examples of how to use the training workbook and certification program. The training workbook is delivered to you digitally, which gives you permission to use it as needed for use by hiring managers and others who use the Performance Profile Assessment Results Report or to assist new employees with the Professional Development Guide. We originally wrote the training workbook to make it easy to understand the terms that are used in the Performance Profile Results Reports. Results reports use words that we all use in everyday conversation, but the way those words are used in our results reports is particular and specific to the personality characteristics that are being discussed. The workbook does more than discuss vocabulary, however. The workbook explains what each of the questionnaires measures on which the performance profile assessment is based. It discusses the best way to talk to job applicants about completing the performance profile assessment questionnaires. It explains how results are presented in the performance profile assessment report and how to understand them. This slide shows you a page from the training workbook that provides detailed explanations of all the information on a typical page in the Performance Profile Assessment Report. Now, to return to the list of what the training workbook includes, it discusses the unique interview suggestions and coaching suggestions that are included and how to use them. And it explains how to use the Professional Development Guide to coach and mentor new employees. The table of contents shows how the training workbook is organized into 4 sections. The last section, Section 5, of the workbook presents the answers to the review questions that follow each of the other 4 sections. To give you an example, let's look at Section 2, how to talk to applicants about the performance profile assessment. We provide general guidelines to which you may want to add your company-specific instructions and explain what to say and what not to say. At the section, there are review questions that help the user of the workbook assess how well he or she has understood the content of that section. At the workbook, the correct answer to each question on the sectional review questions, including an explanation of the correct answer and a reference to a page within the workbook that explains the question in full. The questions contained within the workbook do not form the basis for certification. Instead, they are intended to help an individual assess how well he or she has understood the material in the workbook and refer them to areas they may need to review to prepare for online certification. We recommend that all hiring managers and users of the performance profile report within your company, for example, supervisors or unit managers, go through the Performance Profile Assessment Training and Certification Program by reading the workbook and completing the online certification. Online Performance Profile Assessment Certification is composed of questions that cover the material in the training workbook, but the same questions that review each section of the workbook. We provide you with a reusable password that will administer the online Performance Profile Assessment Certification, which is not timed. There are 27 questions, and it takes most people 10 to 15 minutes to complete. Once the Performance Profile Assessment Certification session is completed, our web server will send a digital results report to your designated recipient or recipients. That report will indicate the person's performance on the certification, as well as listing the questions that he or she missed, if any. The full text of the question and the person's incorrect answer is provided for learning purposes. In addition to the results report, designated recipient or recipients are sent a digital certificate of training for the person who successfully completed the online certification. The purpose of the training workbook is to hiring managers and other users of the Performance Profile Assessment Report and Professional Development Guide how to most effectively use those reports. We see the best way to use the training workbook and online certification is to follow these steps. First, scan the table of contents to get an overview of the workbook and what will be covered in it. Second, read through the material in each section carefully, reviewing as needed. Third, complete the review questions at the end of each section and go over your answers to the review questions. Review the relevant section of the workbook for any questions you answered incorrectly. Finally, complete the online certification to complete your training. Performance Profile Program to fully support your selection and development of key managers and employees, and we believe that the first step toward that goal is making sure that your hiring managers understand all the information in our reports. Please call our office with any questions you have about the material and suggestions in this video. We have prepared several videos to support our Performance Profile Assessment Program. Please contact our office at the number on your screen to make arrangements to use them. More detailed information about the Performance Profile Assessment is available in the reference manual. This is an active link to the document on our website, and we can also send a digital copy. Simply contact us using our contact information on the screen. Please call us with any questions you have. And thank you for your time today.